Hi, this is Cece the Greek Geek, straight out of Seb Network. We are live at St. John's University here for Borough, and I have the lovely, iconic, yes, I said it, iconic Rozan Ahmed. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for such a beautiful intro.
Oh, a
Thanks.
wonderful intro. And so well deserved for such a wonderful woman, I might say. But I wanted to get a little bit more in depth with you about your new comic, Latifa.
Latifa. My first comic.
Yes, congratulations. I know that was a really big hurdle as far as the publishing is concerned. Speaking of which, what particular adversity have you faced in this? What is the positive feedback? What is the negative feedback? Can you kind of encompass all of that in short for us?
Okay, so we were expecting, to be honest, a lot more controversy around the release of Latifa. I mean, to be real, but it's been really incredible. Like from the word go, we thought the more conservative parts of the world would have reacted a little like, oh, what are you doing? An Arab girl as an assassin, blah blah. But no, we launched Latifa at Saudi Comic Con, Saudi Arabia's first ever Comic Con, in February, and it was incredible. Like we had young Arab girls, not just from Saudi but from all over the Arab world, coming up to me crying and saying that they never thought they would meet a hero, a superhero, or see or experience a comic superhero that looked like them, and that spoke like them, and had a name that sounded like their names, So it's so far been such a reassurance of why we do what we do. It's just been incredible. I mean, if we really get nitty gritty about things, there has been some questions around. Oh, but wait a minute, like, Saudi women can't drive though, and things like that. And it's like, this is a fantasy world, We're creating something for people to dream, and and hopefully bring a sense of empowerment and heroism and opportunity for other people that don't necessarily look like She-Ra, So it's really been it's been incredible. Like the feedback has been incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you talk a lot about women empowerment, and a lot of people would make the assumption that it is a feminist comic or it embodies some type of. Are there any particular concepts that you are purposefully trying to incorporate, and are there any particular ones that you are purposefully trying to avoid or step away from?
That's a really good question. Yeah. So, right. At the end of the day, Latifa, which is part of a series, an entire franchise called Saudi Girls Revolution, is a comic. It's based on fantasy. It came up in the very creatively inspirational head that belongs to Prince Fahad, who's a very good friend of mine, and it's because of him that I'm here as editor, and that this fantastic team of people came together to create this fantasy called Saudi Girls Revolution. So and I say fantasy because I want to reiterate that yes, of course, inspiration comes from real life, but everything we're putting together here isn't true. And it's funny because Disney never gets compared to reality, whereas for some reason, because Latifa and because SGR is from another part of the world, there's always this like imposition or idea that it's based on real life, or how can we compare it to real life, which has been very interesting for us, as in terms of outcome. But on the feminist tip, I personally am so far from these ideas of what it means to be a feminist. I am just here living to be the best woman I can be. I love men. I love serving men. I love them serving me. So I feel that Latifa in many ways speaks to the reality of women. She doesn't speak to any particular cause or hashtag. She speaks to her life. She speaks to her fears, which aren't many because she's not afraid of much at all. Yeah, you know, she speaks to her truth, and that's been our beauty for her. She speaks to herself and what she wants out of a post-apocalyptic crazy world, and that's that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes. So why you say your next step is video games? Why video games? Why not TV? Why not movies? What makes video games the next step from the comic?
Oh no, I mean Latifa has a game. She has the Bedouin Blade, which is out right now. Yeah, it's available free on Google Play and the App Store. Yes, plug. But video games is not. I mean, Saudi Girls Revolution is an entire franchise. We have feature films in the wake. There are more comics. Latifa's one of 8 protagonists. She's one of 8 like warrior sister queens. Yeah, there's 8 of them, and there's so much more to the story. We're definitely looking at film. We were at Warner Brothers recently in LA, like, you know, looking at ideas and going over like script ideas. So no, there's so much in the wake, and it is way more than video games. Way more, yeah. The Bedouin Blade is an accompaniment to the Latifa comic as a debut, but there's a lot more. Yeah.
Well, let us know how we can find out more about you. How can people read this wonderful comic? How can people get into the video game? What can they do to learn more about Rozan? How do we basically become your fanatic?
Well, I'm very active on social media. I am Rozan, and my name is spelled Rozan, not like Roseanne Barr. Yeah, and yeah, my Instagram, my Facebook, it's all the same. Twitter. I generally spend a lot of time online doing the best I can to inspire and advocate the arts, the alternative arts from Africa, arts from Arabia, through my voice, and through various projects. Latifa and Saudi Girls Revolution is, for me, one of many ways to tell our story. You know, I use fashion, I use music, performing arts, actual art, and I basically galvanize what I believe to be the most impactful socio-emotional product to get our story and our point and our narrative across as powerfully as possible. So yeah, social media, SaudiGirlsRevolution.com is where you can buy Latifa. You can also get it on Comixology. And if you visit NAM, which is the umbrella studio, if you want, that created Saudi Girls Revolution, NAM is NA3AM for mother. NAM means yes in Arabic. NAM.com. So there's lots of different ways that you can find out more about Latifa and about all the exciting works that I'm getting up to, that NAM's getting up to, and it's just been an honor and a privilege to be part of this journey with Prince Fahad and Stan Berkowitz, who's just a legend, and seeing this happen. It's been amazing.
Well, there you have it. Girl power personified in the editor and the product itself. Please check out Latifa, and thank you, Rozan. It's been an honor and a privilege.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you so much. Thank you all.
Yes.